Sean. All right, Chris. So we've done this before. We're going to do it again. It's you versus me. We've got an entire NFL roster full of Buckeyes that we are going to draft from. Now that the NFL draft is over, those influx of Buckeyes are now in the league. We have the opportunity to go ahead and draft our own Ohio State rosters for fun. And then what we'll do, Chris, is we'll put your roster up against my roster on social media, let people vote on who they think drafted the best team. Are you ready?
So are we going one QB, one running back, three receivers, one tight end?
You can make your offense and defense as creative as you like, except you cannot play two quarterbacks. Fair enough?
Obviously. Well, there's only two in the league, Eric.
Right now, that's true. There is. There is. All right. So, how are we going to determine who goes first here?
Let's flip the coin. I
Let's
got
do
the
it.
coin today, so you get a call it in the air.
I'm going to take heads.
And you are the first pick.
Well, all right, here we go, guys. So here's what we want you to do: as we start making these picks, tell us if we're right or wrong. We're going to make the pick and tell you why we picked them. We'll snake this thing. All right. So I'm going to take obviously Justin Fields, QB1. I'm going to take him to run my team. You're up,
All right,
Chris.
well, you know what? I've got to take CJ. Actually, I didn't have to take CJ because we were doing the
Yeah, you
only
you
one
can.
quarterback.
Yeah, so you don't even need
You know
to.
what? I'm not going to take CJ yet because I'll come back to him.
Yeah, you'd make him your last pick if you want.
That's right. You know what? I think I got to go J.K. Dobbins and give me the rookie of the year, Garrett Wilson.
Ooh, nice pick. Yes. I see what you're doing there, and I can appreciate that. Well, then let's go defense first. I'm going to take a little Nick Bosa as one defensive end, and then I'm going to come right back with my next pick, and I'm going to take Joey Bosa as my other defensive end. And the reason why I didn't go with Chase Young is just straight up injury history.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll tell you what, Eric, you've made my last three picks pretty easy for me at this point
I
because
have,
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to go after defensive end, obviously.
right?
So I'll tell you what, I might as well go ahead and I better get somebody to try to stop these guys. So let me go ahead and get Taylor Decker at one tackle
Ooh.
and Paris Johnson Jr. at the other tackle.
Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing there. All right. So, let's see what we need to do here. Oh, I added them to my roster. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this on the fly here, so give me 1 second here. Um, I've obviously got to go offense. You are loading up on your offense here. Let's go ahead and take Scary Terry McLaurin as
Good
one
pick.
wide receiver. Yep. And I'm going to come right back and I'm going to go with my sixth grade dance shirt. You knew I wasn't going to leave this out there for you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and I'll tell you, I thought about it long and hard.
That's Chris Olave, everybody. If you've never heard the running joke that we've had, Chris Olave, I compared him back when he was a sophomore to my sixth grade dance shirt, which was been in 1994. It was a purple suede button-up shirt. It was smooth.
Well, I'll tell you what, Eric, I'm going to go ahead and finish out my receiver room. Give me Michael Thomas to play opposite Wilson, and let me tell you, the rookie of the year this year, because he's going to get a lot of opportunities in the slot, and
Uh-oh.
that's Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Good pick. Yep. You stole him from me there. I was going to go with him next. All right. You obviously have a couple offensive linemen. So let me go ahead and take the best center out there in the league and Corey Lindsley. Anchor my center position for me there. And let's go back to defense here. And I'm going to take Cameron Hayward. I'm building my defensive line up front
That's an
here.
excellent choice. Excellent choice. Got to kind of mark things off as we go so I know where I'm at. Um, well, I'll tell you, I'm going to go ahead and take what I think are the two best guards. Give me Jonah Jackson and Andrew Norwell.
Killing me, man. Nice job.
Hey,
All
I got a
right.
rookie quarterback. He's going to need some protection,
Yes, yes, you are.
especially against that defensive line.
You know that offensive line would be great for CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
No joke. Like that's legit right there. All right, so I got the next two picks. I'm gonna take Jeremy Ruckert at tight end.
good choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pair him with Scary Terry in my sixth grade dance shirt. And I'm also gonna head back to defense again and give me Pete Warner as linebacker.
Ah, you got me. That's where I
Thank
was
you.
going next.
Up to you next.
All right. Okay, what do I need? A tight end I can come back to, quarterback I can come back to, center I can come back to. You took my Bosa boys.
Mm-hmm.
I better get a little bit of rush going myself. So go ahead and give me the Predator and your hero after the big touchdown run last year. Give me Sam Hubbard on the other end.
Oh, yeah. Good one. That's a good one. I thought actually about taking Sam Hubbard over, like, say, Joey, but Bosa's just got so much name recognition.
Yeah.
All right, let's go take to the cornerback position. Give me Marshawn Lattimore,
Well, yeah.
uh, obviously, and I'm going to take Denzel Ward. Give me back-to-back cornerbacks, best two on the board.
Oh, without a doubt. Um. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take somebody who I think is going to have a huge bounce back year, and that's Jeff Okuda.
Yeah.
I think after that trade, he's going to have a awesome comeback year. And you know what? Go ahead and give me Von Bell at safety.
I will give you Von Bell, and then I'm going to take Malik Hooker as my safety. And because there's a shortage of safeties in the NFL at Ohio State, give me Jordan Fuller.
Ah,
I'm going to leave you with a couple of the maybes. Let's put it to
that's
you that
okay.
way.
That's all right. Um, well, I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and I'm going to take me a Let me get a couple linebackers here. Let me get Jerome Baker.
Good pick.
And you know what? Because I think he's doing, I'll tell you, he's been more of an end rusher with the Broncos. But I'm telling you, for depth purposes, give me Baron Browning.
Okay. Baron Browning. There he is. All right. So, what to do next? I think I'm going to have to stick to the linebacker since they're going so fast here. Give me Raekwon McMillan.
Yeah, it was going to be my next if you didn't.
And then I'm going to force you to change your defense.
You're going
And
to take Harrison?
I'm going to take Malik Harrison. So now there's really no other linebackers in the
That
league left.
sounds like I better go 4-2-5, right?
Yeah, you better. And there's really not too many safeties left either.
That's okay because I'm with when the linebackers are struggling. You know who likes to step up and make some hits, right?
Sure, who's that?
Ronnie Hickman.
Ronnie the Rocket, huh? You think he's going to make the team?
I do.
Okay. You're going to have to throw one of them cornerbacks in as a slot safety or slot corner.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to get me a second cornerback first, and I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take what I think is the best slot corner there is, and that's Sean Wade.
Okay.
He didn't do well on the outside, but man, in the slot, he's pretty productive.
Mm-hmm. Is that two?
That's two, Hickman and Wade.
Thank you. All right, I was stuck there. All right. Well, since you're avoiding your defensive tackles, and I've already got Cameron Hayward. I'm going to steal the next best one. Give me Devon Hamilton, which who would have ever thought that he would have the NFL career he has had? That is pretty impressive. He's done a
Uh,
great job.
he is doing a great job, but let's face it, he's on Carolina.
He is on Carolina. This is true. This is true. All right, I got to go back. That's my entire defense. So now I got to go back to my offense here. And let's see. You pretty much have destroyed me at the tackles position. So let me take Nicholas Petit Frere as my left tackle. That hurts. All right, you're up.
Ooby dooby dooby dooby. What do I got? Defensive backs. I got Okuda. I got Wade. I got Bell. I got Hickman.
There's Eli Apple and Bradley Roby left, basically.
There's also Cam Brown. Should I decide to take a flyer? However, I'm not going to. Give me Bradley Roby. He's been around for a while for a reason.
Yeah.
So that takes care of the defensive backs, and I guess I better do a little work on. Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me see what's over here. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and take a center.
Okay.
The no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm
You're struggling here.
well. I was trying to decide whether to try to screw you over, Eric, but I
You
really
can
don't
if
have.
you like.
I well, I really can't because then all my slots are filled because we aren't really drafting extra past the 11 guys on each side.
Right.
I've got my receiver room filled. I can't with three. I can't really take two running backs.
No, no, not unless you don't want to play a tight end. But that would in the NFL that would be killer.
That's going to get you crushed. So I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me Draymond Jones.
Good pick.
I like it.
Yeah. Good pick. All right. I am going to screw you. And since the offensive line is not that great and the other center is Josh Myers, I'm going to take him as my guard.
That's okay. I
Yeah.
wasn't planning to take him anyhow.
You're going to take Luke Whippler, were you? Let
I
me
am.
take Luke Whippler. No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead and try to find somewhere to put him, Eric.
Yeah, he can play guard. Yeah, it's not that hard compared to center. If you can play center, you can play guard. Jamarco Jones is still out there.
Yep.
I'll take him as my other guard, and you are up.
Well, I got to take Jonathan Hankins to round out that line.
There you go.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
That's your defense, man. That's your whole defense. So
Yes.
you've got a center, a tight end, and a quarterback left to pick.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and I guess at tight end, I'll take Nick Vanette.
Ooh, over Luke Farrell, really?
Farrell's a better blocker, but I think Vanette has the better hands.
All right. So let's go ahead and take Isaiah Prince to round out my offensive line. And I will also take
Not taking the big man,
who's that?
DeJuan Jones.
Oh, how did I miss that? Yeah, hold on. Thank you. That was terrible of me.
I should have let you go, Eric, but I
You
just couldn't
should
do
have.
that. I couldn't
That
do that
was
to you.
no, thank you. I can't believe I missed that. Yeah, DeJuan Jones is my right tackle. Thank you. And I'll take see, he's not on a roster, but I believe he will be. So give me Zeke as my running back.
Yeah.
All right, you need a quarterback and a center.
Yep. Well, and I told you already, I'm planning to take Whipler at my center. Although, you got Billy Price and Elfline floating around out there as free agents. But, I feel like Whippler's got the better chance of the three to make a start. And obviously, give me CJ Stroud at quarterback.
All right, so that means I either go tight end with Luke Farrell or another receiver. We've got Curtis Samuel out there, Noah Brown, and Paris Campbell. I think I'm going to take Curtis Samuel and put him in the slot. All right, there's our rosters, Chris. So here we go. So Team Eric, Justin Fields, Zeke Elliott, Jeremy Ruckert, Terry McLaurin, Chris Olave, Curtis Samuel. Offensive line is Petit Frere, Jamarco Jones, Corey Linsley, Josh Myers, DeJuan Jones. My defense is Nick Bosa, Cameron Hayward, Devon Hamilton, Joey Bosa, Pete Warner, Raekwon McMillan, Malik Harrison, Marshawn Lattimore, Denzel Ward, Malik Hooker, and Jordan Fuller. Do you need me to read off your list or do you have them?
Oh, I've got him. I've
Go
got
for it.
C.J. Stroud at the quarterback, J.K. Dobbins in the backfield with him. I got Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Michael Thomas. Nick Vanette at tight end. I've got what I think is an amazing offensive line with Taylor Decker and Paris Johnson at the tackles, Jonah Jackson and Andrew Norwell at the guards. Luke Whippler, I think, is going to actually make the start at center for the Browns. On the defensive ends, I've got Chase Young and Sam Hubbard. But talk about a category where you couldn't go wrong.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, at the defensive tackles, I've got Draymond Jones and Jonathan Hankins. I went with the 4-2-5. I got Jerome Baker and Baron Browning at the linebackers. I've got Bradley Roby, Jeff Okuda, and Sean Wade as my defensive corners, and then Vaughn Bell and Ronnie Hickman, who will just take your head off if you try to catch the ball back there at safety.
Beautiful. All right, guys, who do you think drafted the better team here of Buckeyes in the NFL? We want to know what you think. Drop your.
We're not done, Eric. We've still got long snappers, punters, and
Oh,
kickers.
get out of here. We're not doing that junk. Gosh. That isn't it amazing though that Ohio State has enough that they can even fill that out
Yeah,
on an NFL roster. You literally could have a 53-man roster of just Buckeyes in the NFL. And it felt like that's what Cleveland was trying to do in this draft this past weekend, was try to do that. But let us know who you think drafted the better roster there in the comments section. We want to think. We've got a very special guest on the backside of our commercial that we're about ready to take. He is a two-time Ohio State drum major, and I can't wait for this interview, Chris, because one of my favorite interviews we had last year was the young lady who dotted the I in Script, Ohio, not once but twice, and she informed us and educated us about what it takes to be in the band, what it takes to be to dot the I, what that's like. And, this is kind of in that same vein when it comes to Biddle, which if you're a Buckeye fan, how do you not love our band, right? By the
yeah.
way,
And Eric, I wasn't here for that interview last year, so this is my
yeah,
first chance. So there might just be some of these questions repeated a little bit about
that's
what it
fine.
takes. But some of those listeners may not have been in there last year either. So
Yeah, so that's fine. Absolutely. Donald Hoffer says, I would love to see those two rosters play each other. Oh, yeah. Could you
oh,
imagine? That would be phenomenal. I can't wait for the day that Justin Fields takes on CJ Stroud. That game, the number for that game on television in Columbus will
will
be
be huge.
astronomical.
Yeah,
It might be one of the bigger games that the NFL has all year, especially if both teams are decent, right? So I don't know when that's going to take place, but that's definitely something to check out there. Hey, lads, uh, being a Giants fan, glad we got Paris Campbell. There's Matt Butcher. By the way, Matt
I
Butcher
think.
has
Oh,
got
man.
a new show
Oh
that
yeah.
yes, it's fantastic. We want to put a kind of, maybe I'll throw a link up on our social media sites for all of you to check that out. But it's kind of like Sports Center from Australia. It's great, more laid back a little bit, but a lot of fun. Sarah Boggs says, I'm going with Team Buckeye Boggs. Oh, thank you,
She
honey.
has to say that.
Larry says, going with Eric, not a CJ believer yet on the NFL. Ooh, so straight up quarterback pick there.
And I can get that. However, it's a good thing you got Justin, because with that line, he's going to be running for his life.
Yeah, that's that's right. That's right. Good call.